Samsung is quietly redefining what modern Android design looks like, and One UI 8.5 might be the clearest signal yet. This update isn't loud, flashy, or overloaded with features. Instead, it feels smooth, refined, and surprisingly premium. From the moment you start using it, One UI 8.5 gives off a calm, glass-like fluidity that makes everyday interactions feel lighter and more natural. It's the kind of update you don't fully appreciate in screenshots, but once you experience it, going back feels difficult. Before we dive deeper, before watching, please do not forget to subscribe our channels so that you can get notified on daily tech updates. This is Tech Insights. And today we're breaking down why One UI 8.5 could be Samsung's most polished UI update yet. One UI 8.5 focuses heavily on visual flow rather than dramatic redesigns. Samsung has refined how elements move, respond, and layer on top of each other. Animations feel smoother and more controlled, with transitions that glide instead of snap. Whether you're opening apps, switching between screens, or navigating system menus, everything feels more connected. The interface no longer feels like separate pieces stitched together. It feels like a single, flowing experience. A major part of this new feel comes from Samsung's use of floating UI elements. In apps like Settings, navigation no longer feels rigid or boxed in. The floating back button instantly improves reactability and makes the UI feel more adaptive. This same floating design language carries over into other system apps, creating consistency across the entire interface. Instead of hard edges and fixed bars, One UI 8.5 introduces softer shapes and smoother separation between content and controls. Samsung's first-party apps are where One UI 8.5 truly shines. The phone app now features rounded floating navigation, bars that feel modern and clean while keeping actions easy to access. The Gallery app introduces light transparency effects that create a layered, glass-like appearance. These translucent elements don't overwhelm the screen or affect readability. They simply add depth, making the UI feel more premium and visually balanced. Even smaller apps have received thoughtful attention. The Calculator app now features buttons with a subtle raised effect, giving them a tactile, almost physical presence when you tap them. The response feels deliberate and satisfying. These micro-interactions may seem insignificant, but they play a huge role in how polished a system feels during daily use. Samsung is clearly focusing on the details people interact with the most. What makes One UI 8.5 stand out is Samsung's restraint. Transparency is used carefully, animations are optimized, and nothing feels excessive, unlike some design trends that prioritize visuals over usability. One UI 8.5 keeps performance and battery efficiency in mind. Early impressions suggest the UI remains smooth even during heavy use, making it suitable not just for flagship devices, but for a wider range of Galaxy phones. Of course, this design direction hasn't gone unnoticed. Some users feel Samsung is moving closer to a familiar liquid glass aesthetic rather than pushing its own bold identity. Others see this as a natural evolution, a company refining what works instead of constantly reinventing the wheel. Rather than copying, Samsung appears to be selectively adopting modern UI principles while keeping the One UI experience practical and user-focused. Performance-wise, One UI 8.5 feels faster, even without major under-the-hood changes being advertised. Gestures feel more responsive, scrolling feels smoother, and animations are better timed. These improvements don't jump out immediately, but over time, they make the phone feel newer and more reliable. It's the kind of polish that improves long-term satisfaction rather than short-term excitement. One UI 8.5 also feels like a foundation for the future. Samsung seems to be preparing its software for upcoming devices, larger displays, and more immersive interfaces. Instead of shocking users with drastic changes, the company is guiding them toward a more refined and fluid experience that will scale naturally with future hardware. In the end, One UI 8.5 isn't about reinventing Android, it's about perfecting it. It proves that meaningful updates don't always need dramatic changes, sometimes. The best upgrades are the ones that quietly improve how your phone feels every single day. Now it's your turn. Do you like this liquid glass-inspired direction, or do you want Samsung to push a bolder visual identity? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is Tech Insights, and we'll keep bringing you clear, honest breakdowns of the tech shaping your digital life.